Oh yeah, that's a good point to talk about. There's rumours, and they're Jason Schreier rumours, so they might as well just be fact, about where the next Assassin's Creed's going to be set. And there were rumours that it was going to be in, like, I think they said the Aztec era, or something like that. And I would have been down for that, but it doesn't look like that's what it's going to be. Looks like it's going to be... Oh, what was it? I've already forgotten. That's hilarious. Baghdad, that was it. It's going to be Baghdad, and that is an area of the world which I know very little about, let alone its history. But I know super, super early in that period of the world is Babylon, which could potentially be fascinating in terms of it's just like one of the earliest civilizations. I was listening to You're Dead to Me, which is a history podcast, and it came up recently, and they said lots of people think it's the first civilization. It's actually like the second. But still, I would absolutely love... I think the first was like Arcadia or something, which I know literally nothing about. Sounds more sci-fi than anything, probably because a lot of science fiction steals that name because of what it is. But I would love to go to ancient Babylon and see what that's about. But sounds like that's not the case. Sounds like it's going to be in like 800... I forget if they said BC or AD, but 800 one way or the other. And I'm a little bummed because that's not really a place or a history I know anything about or have any particular disposition towards. But there's every chance that, like, I kind of felt the same way about Forza Horizon 5 being set in Mexico, and I love Mexico and Forza Horizon 5, so there's every chance that apparently this game's going to be called Rift, which is kind of a weird name, or maybe it's just a code name, which would make more sense. But there's every chance Assassin's Creed Rift could win me over with that setting. I look forward to seeing more about it. I'm currently playing through Origins again. I've never finished that game. I'm further than I've been before so far, and I'm really, really enjoying it. For context as well, I've got a Platinum Trophy in Odyssey, but I never quite finished the second DLC, which is the one I was most interested in, which was silly of me. And I've played maybe the first quarter of Valhalla. I need to get back on that. I think I'm going to do that after Origins. I thought the next Assassin's Creed game was meant to be this Assassin's Creed Infinity project they've been talking about. But apparently not. Apparently there's going to be one more title before they go full live service forever. But apparently it's like a smaller title, if I remember what I've read right. I can't remember if this is from Jason Schreier as well or just other people, so it might not be true. Take it with a grain of salt. I did. I made it through a trial. Really? Yeah. I don't know why I just got a voice line about that when I've never had one before. Maybe that was part of the update. Anyway. Yeah. I'm excited to learn more about the next Assassin's Creed. But my excitement's kind of tinged a little bit with like this. It's not really a particular time period or area I'm interested in, and it's also might be a smaller title. I'm guessing if they go for a smaller title, they might try and like sell people on it being like a classic Assassin's Creed, with it being more. Actually, I think I also read it being more stealth focused, but like, you know what I mean, more less RPG, more like classic Assassin's Creed experience. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if going forwards that was like a template for like. While Assassin's Creed Infinity is everything modern Assassin's Creed is, but with like expansions and stuff, they also had these underlying smaller titles, which are more classic Assassin's Creed titles. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what they were trying, but I didn't know about Assassin's Creed Rift until today, when I read all that stuff, so... yeah, mixed feelings. I'm also still got mixed feelings about... Oh, you may have noticed as well, I did all the fast travel boards between last week and this week, so free travel everywhere, hooray. But yeah, I have mixed feelings. In terms of a live service game, hope it's good. You know, as a MMO fan, I have every intention of playing it, and I have the belief that it could be good. But as a Ubisoft onlooker, kind of don't believe it's going to be good. But we'll see. We'll see. I have no idea what this race is. I know it's an Event Lab one, so I have no idea what kind of car to bring. It seems like they're pretty much letting me bring anything. You know what? We haven't tried the Zenvo yet, so let's do that. I know it's stock, but whatever. It's AI, it doesn't matter. So that's how I feel about that. If you've never played any of the modern Assassin's Creeds, by the way, for some reason there are people who hate them. I don't know why. Or hate on them. I mean, I guess I do know why, because they're different. Maybe these are like ultimate fans of the original gameplay or whatever. But I think they're great. People say they like copy-paste Ubisoft, right? With like climbing towers and stuff like that. Ah, shit. I think it's just one of those races where I can just complete it. It doesn't really matter all about time, so it's probably fine. But yeah, people hate on them because they're a big open world Ubisoft RPG, and those can feel a bit copy paste. But I think Assassin's Creed titles, like Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, they're the best of them, of the Ubisoft open world RPGs, and I think they're worth your time. I think Origins is very innovative for the franchise. I think Odyssey is very iterative on Origins, but in itself provides a brilliant setting and story. Valhalla I can't really give an opinion on yet because I haven't really played enough of it. All I know is it's very saturated in terms of graphics, and that always gets me. Like, it's just so, like, colourful but dark, if you know what I mean. It's weird. And it feels like this kind of weird third child where like Origins and Odyssey have a lot of similarities, but Valhalla's a little bit different. I probably need to rewind time here. But I am excited to get back to Valhalla. I've heard like nothing about what the DLC is like, because I know they decided to focus on making lots of DLC for that game instead of making a sequel to it. I'm going to sneeze. I think. Not sure. My window's open. Pollen is messing with my nose. But do I have enough speed this time? I better. Okay, good. But yeah, that's Assassin's Creed. I still need to know more about Infinity. I mean, we all do, obviously. But like, what's the point of making it a single live service game with the different expansions being the different historical settings? Because you'd think the idea behind making it a live service game and then having expansions would be to unify it all to a single character, or alts that you can make with like potentially classes. Maybe I can't see that working in Assassin's Creed, but like potentially classes, or like different characters from different historical periods, like being the different classes, for instance. So you could have like a more stealth-based one that's like from Edo, Japan or something. I don't know, I'm spitballing here. And then you could have like a more warrior-focused one based on like Vikings, which obviously we've just recently seen, but again, spitballing. But I don't see how that would work in terms of when new content comes out, would you have to make a new character every time to get to that content? Because playing as like a ninja from Edo, Japan in like, I don't know, like industrial Britain or something wouldn't make much sense unless they're going for the full-on, oh, who cares, it's the Animus lol, which I hope they don't do. Or maybe they can do as like endgame or something, but like if you're going to do story stuff, it's got to make sense within the Animus, right? So yeah, who knows? I'm probably completely wrong. Okay, that mountain just stopped existing for a minute, that was weird. Talking about Animus glitches. I'm probably completely wrong, and it's just going to be like just another Assassin's Creed game, and then each new expansion they're just trying to reduce costs by doing it all in the same well, it's usually the same engine, but you know what I mean, like the same game, it's just like a new location and character. I worry because it really does feel more like a cost-saving endeavour and a time-saving endeavour than it does like an actual attempt to be creative and push the boat out and do something new and interesting. Like, for instance, if Assassin's Creed Origins was the live base game and Odyssey was the DLC, you wouldn't have all of the new abilities and stuff that Cassandra or whoever the male character's name is, I'm forgetting right now, you wouldn't have those because they're not in Origins. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe you could base them as like a new expansion feature, but it's less likely that they would put time into like making those. And like Valhalla goes in quite a different direction as well with like how it handles itemization and stuff. That wouldn't be changed. It would still be the way Origins does things. Like you would still be in a different setting with a different character, but it would still be the base Origins gameplay, if you know what I mean. Which some people might prefer because Valhalla does not have much stealth gameplay, but that's not really what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about like they're gonna homogenize it. Oh god, am I gonna make it up here? Have I brought the wrong car to this? Why have they put like a massive ramp at the end? That's really frustrating. So yeah, I have a lot of concerns about Assassin's Creed Infinity more than I do anything else. And if this new like Assassin's Creed Rift game is meant to be smaller, I wonder if we'll also see Assassin's Creed Infinity in September. Or if we'll have to wait another year and Rift is just like a stopgap or something. Because they kind of did that before with the one after Black Flag, Rogue, and... Wait, no, they came out at the same time, didn't they? I forget. Anyway,